Hola, amigos! I'm sure it's great to hear my voice once again, and welcome to our next unit, the independent movements. Now that we have finished with the Cold War, we are going to be moving towards the independence movements. We will be taking our focus to the roots of discontent in the colonies of the world. We will begin this unit by looking at imperialism, which is also known as colonization. The concept of imperialism is the extension of a nation's power over other lands. Western countries, largely European powers, took over land in Asia, Africa, and Latin America during the 18th and 19th centuries, and held many of their colonies well into the 20th century. The lasting effects from imperialism can be felt today by the countries that were colonized. The effects include language, religion, politics, economics, as well as culture. This was also known as the Columbian Exchange. The colonized were usually taken advantage of after being controlled, and the colonizers would establish the new economy, government, and valuable resources to be produced for the benefit of the colonizing countries. Imperialist nations wanted to colonize other countries for three main purposes: economic, political, as well as social motives. There are two main economic motives. First, colonizers wanted resources that they did not have within their home country. During the Industrial Revolution, European countries were relatively small, so in order to continue production, the country needed to explore further for a region that contained valuable natural resources. The second main economic motive was that colonizers wanted more markets to sell their finished goods. Once the natural resources were taken from the country and then shipped home to be produced into a finished product, the colonizing country needed more markets to sell their manufactured goods. Imperialism also had political motives. European countries were rivals. They fought many wars over many years. These European countries looked at colonies to give them an advantage against their European rivals. Additionally, the European powers sought prestige. In order for a country to be great, it had to have colonies and exert their influence. Language, religion, culture, and they wanted to exert this influence around the world. Imperialism also had political motives. European countries were rivals. They fought many wars over many years. These European countries looked at colonies to give them an advantage against their European rivals. Additionally, the European powers sought prestige. In order for a country to be great, it had to have colonies and exert their influence. Language, religion, culture, and they wanted to exert this influence around the world. Ultimately, as you can imagine, the colonies and native people did not enjoy being taken advantage of. Initially, native people wanted to improve the way in which they were being treated. Eventually, the natives moved to wanting total independence. Those independence movements were usually led by natives who had been educated in the West. This leads us into our first case study of a specific independent movement. The picture you saw earlier depicts Mahatma Gandhi, who was the preeminent leader of the Indian independence movement in British-ruled India. Employing non-violent civil disobedience, Gandhi led India to independence and inspired movements for civil rights and freedom across the world.